Good morning, Hillside. Last week, I didn't quite finish my introduction to Amazing Race 22-23 to get you up to speed in case you missed last week. Amazing Race 22-23 is an initiative for unleashing the ministry power of the Hillside church family. You see, we have big dreams for our church. We want to grow. We want to become a magnet church for kids and youth, where hundreds of kids and youth grow up to be joyful, loving, free friends of Jesus. Not only that, but we want to help all Hillsiders develop deep, transformative relationships. We want to bear light. Well, my fellow Hillside leaders and I really do believe that realizing those dreams requires building up our culture of joyful, team-based, seasonal service. In other words, to build up a culture in which we all have the opportunity to serve in a role that excites us, with team members who sustain us, and for a set period of time so that we can rest and get refreshed at the end. Well, our Amazing Race 22-23, which I started talking to you about last week, is our initiative for building that culture. How do we jump in? First, over a cup of coffee or a fruit smoothie, we consider the ministries of Hillside. And if we've been around the church for a while, we know what many of them are. Children's ministry, youth ministry, tech ministry, care ministry, annual retreat, etc. If we're coming up blank, we can explore our online ministry opportunities catalog. It's very easy to find. It's front and center on our Hillside webpage. We spend some time thumbing through the many offerings. We'll see that they're organized by department. Second, we notice which ministries excite us. And that's important because serving in the church is all about living into our God-given shape and our ministry passions. It's about placing ourselves in a role that really does pull out our best. So as we shop, we become self-aware. We pay attention to our desires. We notice which roles light us up. Third, once we've identified a role or two that sound interesting, we fill out a ministry interest card and we have a conversation with the team leader. And unlike last year's Project 404, which involved multiple cards here and there everywhere, there's only one card involved in Amazing Race 22-23. You would have found one on your seat when you came in. Now, this is really important. By filling out a ministry interest card, either real or online, there's an online version on the website, we're not committing to anything. All we're doing is expressing interest in having a conversation with a staff member who leads that team. And this conversation is entirely no strings attached. It's simply meant to give us a broader picture of that ministry role and to answer our questions regarding what membership on that racing team involves. And the conversation could be 60 minutes over coffee at Starbucks, or it could be a 10-minute phone call, which whatever is necessary to fit our schedules and to answer our questions. The fourth step in joining Amazing Race 22-23, we seek the Holy Spirit's guidance. As you know, our first Hillside value is led by the Spirit. The Spirit of Jesus lives inside us and guides us. Well, with this critical fourth step, we draw near and ask for the Holy Spirit's direction. We seek his guidance regarding which team to join or even whether to do so. After all, maybe we have too many other God-given responsibilities to attend to in the next ministry year. And maybe the only ministry that the King wants us to commit to is, say, to care for our struggling teen or our aging parent. Maybe that's how we race. Who knows? But we seek the Spirit's leading. And then finally, after considering the Hillside ministry menu and having a conversation with a team leader and seeking the guidance of God's Spirit, we make a decision. For instance, we say to God and to one of our Hillside spiritual friends who we know has been praying for us, I'll do it. I'm a little scared, but I'm going to join Katie's welcome team for the 22-23 ministry year. Or I'm going to join Stephen and Jariah's high school team by serving as an event planner. Or I'm going to join Pat and Lori on the sound team. I hope a number of you do that. And I'm going to give my best to it until I cross the finish line on Sunday, June 4th. We'll share a decision to join a racing team simply by sending a text or an email to the team leader so that he or she can include us on the master list of racers. And it's important that everyone who's joining in the race send an "I'm in" message to the team leader. We want an accurate list of Hillside racers, people who have committed to a racing team for 22-23, so that we can celebrate you on Sunday, June 4th, 2023. And our plan is to have a big celebration that day, one that feels like the celebration at the end of a 10K or a half marathon. And during the celebration, we're going to honor and thank everyone who raced. Now, maybe you're hearing this and you want to help in identifying where you should serve. You want to jump onto a team, but you're not sure where. If that's you, I want to invite you to a workshop that we're offering at the church on July 23rd from 9 to 12 p.m. That's this Saturday morning. It's called Crescendo, and it's about how people just retired or approaching retirement or retired for a long time can discover or rediscover their ministry calling. Again, that's this Saturday morning, and we invite you to make that part of your Amazing Race 22-23 discernment. You can reserve your spot by contacting Matt Smith of the church office. There's one more thing I want to say. To join Amazing Race 22-23, you don't have to fit into one of our boxes. Maybe you're already doing a ministry that's off the grid. We value God's ministry calling on your life, and we want to fold your calling into Amazing Race 22-23. So if that's you, just send Office Manager Matt Smith an email with a description of how you're serving, and we will include you on our master list of racers. The important thing is not that every box be checked. That is so last year. But that every Hillsider get to use his or her gifts with the support of teammates for a set period of time to advance our mission. That's Amazing Race 22-23, and your Hillside staff and I invite you to join.